Peace, love, and light, Freedom Family. So today is week 2, and we're gonna go over my number one thing that I believe van lifers should invest in, which is window coverings. I started living it the first week, so we didn't have a chance to make any builds, to do anything, just really identifying what I would even want or need in a van. So first week definitely learned a lot, and I definitely identified what I would consider the very first thing that somebody should invest in when they're getting into van life. And it's not even a bed. A bed, you can use the sleeping bag, you can even use your driver's or passenger seat, just kind of put it all the way down and sleep in that. But for my opinion, the absolute number one thing that you should invest in when you're starting van life is, drum roll, is right behind me, family, is window coverings, window insulation. I cannot stress how important that is. That was like the very first thing I identified. The van life in week 1 was that how important window coverings is, and it's not just for security, which is big up there. You don't want anybody kind of looking in, peeping at you, right? And or while you're sleeping, or even identifying that you're living in your van. I know that's kind of an unorthodox thing, but it's getting very, very popular these days, van lifing, for a number of reasons. One of the biggest ones up there is saving money. Rent is so expensive, and that was definitely one of my reasons why I chose van life, other than just loving a self-sustainable lifestyle, living a self-sustainable lifestyle, which I can get immediately living out of my van. But what I identified was these window coverings. One, they definitely help you with security. So this is actually called, which is very popular that people use to cover the windows, is called Reflectix. Now you can get a roll for this. This is work pretty good. You can get them online. I identify they're actually probably more expensive online than it is if you go to Home Depot. I think online it's maybe like 20 bucks or close to there. At Home Depot, I believe it's like 10 bucks. So it's a lot cheaper if you get it locally. And basically what it is, it's like corrugated kind of plastic almost. It's not 100% plastic, but it got like, I don't know if you can see it, it got like little holes in between. It helps a little bit with controlling temperature or cold, but it's not its primary goal. So this is not insulation. You don't want to buy this to insulate your windows. This is more of a vapor barrier to help reduce the condensation buildup that may be on your windows. But it does help a little bit with insulation, especially on hot sunny days. It does help. And it's very easy to work with. Also very easy to work with. I just kind of put this on the window and got a Sharpie and outlined and made some cuts a few times until I got it where I wanted it. And you can just literally, you know, take it out and just put it back in, and it fits there. It needs no adhesive or anything like that. Very easy to install. So pros and cons on using Reflectix as a window covering. And pros is obviously security, so people can't see in. And number 2, one of my biggest issues I identified immediately why window coverings, it to me is the number one thing that a van lifer should get, is because it blocks the sunlight from coming in the morning. Like, that was absolutely the number one issue I had my first week van lifing. Was I'm a pretty hard sleeper, but when the sun rises and that sun comes in the van, I wake up immediately. So I was waking up a lot earlier than I wanted to. I could not sleep in that whole week because I had no window covering. So other than the security, really, blocking the lights is everything. And it's kind of crazy because since I put it up, only the back windows I actually remove. I leave my side windows up. The back windows I remove so I can use my rear view and I can see in my back window as I'm driving. But these are pretty inexpensive. They're very easy to work with, very so those are the pros. Cons are they are not really good for insulation. So they, even though they do have some insulation benefits and qualities to them, they aren't the best of insulation. So if you're in a cold climate like I am, just moved to Connecticut this weekend, I'm definitely going to keep these and use these, but I might have to put something over it, like a piece of cloth or a blanket or something that can insulate a lot more, especially when it get a lot colder very soon. Very soon. The only cons, anything else I can think about it is just like removing it, taking it off, taking it back on. If you don't leave it there, like me, like my back window, sometimes in the morning I just start up the car or start up the van and I forget that they're back there and it's covered, I can't see anything. I might have to stop, park right quick, take the back window insulation off. Things like that is probably a cons, but other than that, my number one go-to thing that I would say, if you're starting van life, you absolutely want to invest in. It doesn't have to be Reflectix. It can be corrugated cardboard, which you can or corrugated plastic cardboard that you can find at any big box stores, Home Depot, stuff like this, or even cardboard. Family, yes, you can use cardboard. If you're really doing this on a budget, you can use cardboard, and cardboard actually has way better insulation properties than this Reflectix, so that may be a way to go. I would say that it probably won't have as good benefits as like vapor, so you might still have some condensate building up, and then cardboard's made out of paper, so the cardboard might get wet. But that is definitely a great option if you're starting out on a budget. You don't want to go buy too much stuff. You can get cardboard free, and you can cut that and put that on your windows, and basically it'll be the same thing. So family, super excited for everybody following me on this journey. Continue to follow. I'll be making weekly updates and upgrades that I'm making every week, identifying what I need to make my van life experience as comfortable as possible. This is a choice, okay, that I am making. So I do not believe in living uncomfortably. I love self-sustainable living. I love off-grid living. So I don't have a problem with some of the inconveniences that van life provides or offers, but I do want to live comfortably. I do like to eat healthy, so we're going to be installing a little kitchen. I do like brushing my teeth in the morning and using water, so we'll be installing some running water and a whole bunch of things. I do have a background in engineering and mechanics, so I am excited to just go in here and build all kind of stuff and have people follow the journey and get inspired, and maybe see if this is something that you may be interested in. So if this is informing information and you want to see more, you want to see how this plain canvas of just a van with some Reflectix in the windows turn into like a legit camper van, continuing follow, subscribe, hit the bell button, do all that good stuff. I'm going to be getting better with editing, getting better with being more consistent producing content. So in advance